A cheap lead may just do the trick for you. However, unless you track all the cost elements in delivering sales with these leads from a marketing and sales perspective, how do you know you're not just fooling yourself? Not all leads are created equal, and they don't necessarily all produce the same results. Just ask your call center staff or the sales team if you're not sure about that. To illustrate this point, outlined later is an example of how the quality of a lead can make a significant difference in your profitability. This example shows the outcomes of using a telemarketing list secured from a list broker versus leads generated in-house through an opt-in survey lead program. To keep it simple, I've based all the telemarketing on 10 operator hours and rounded to get whole numbers. What's an opt-in survey lead? An opt-in survey leads are leads generated by conducting surveys with potential prospects through your in-house call center. In this example, leads are householders, okay? In conducting the survey, household decision makers are asked a number of questions designed to identify those householders that are interested in receiving information regarding your products or services and/or an in-home demonstration from one of your sales representatives. These householders give express permission for your team to contact them in the future to set up a sales presentation with a member of your sales team. So in this example, as you can see on your screen now, we've got two categories. We've got the broker list and the survey leads, all right? As I mentioned earlier, same amount of operator hours, 10 operator hours in each example. And then we've got the average number of leads used per operator hour. Okay, now leads used, obviously there's 35 leads used in the broker list example, and the reason for that is because there's a lot more people that they can go through in a broker list lead, okay? The survey leads are going to take a little longer to generate, so that's why there would be fewer per operator hour. Now the presentations per operator hour, obviously the 6.5 presentations per operator hour there as opposed to 8 per survey leads. Now the reason that it's 8 per survey leads is because a lot of the people you would have already have spoke to. Okay, so they're expecting the call, they understand who you are, so you're likely to get through more of those. So the total presentations that you can use would be with the broker's list about 65 and with the survey lead about 80. When you look at the appointment booking percentage, you're looking at 18.46% on broker leads compared to 30%. So why is 30% higher? Again, because you got previously a survey lead, you're talking to qualified people, so they're expecting the call, they know who you are, they have some interest already. So the booking rates or the closing rates are likely to be much higher. So when you look at this example, you'll see that the bookings in terms of sales appointments in this example are double for the survey leads based on the quality of the lead compared to a broker's list. Looking at the same show rates, 2/3 of the people will actually turn into appointment. What you're going to see as appointments is that we're going to deliver double the appointments from a survey lead as opposed to a broker's list. So in terms of sales activity, we've got the 8 appointments from the broker's list, we got the double of the 16 appointments from the survey leads, and even if we have the same conversion rate, 25% close on each, by virtue of having more appointments at the same close rate, we get 2 sales for broker's list and 4 for the survey leads. Again, assuming that the average net sales price was the same at just under $5,000, we see that the sales revenue driven is double that for the survey leads as opposed to the broker's lists. So lead costs are $40 times 10 operator hours, so that's $40 per operator hour, times 10 hours is $400. So your total costs come out to $522.50 for the broker's list leads and $900 for the opt-in survey leads. Now, of course, that's a lot more money for the survey opt-in leads as they are for the broker leads. However, when you look at the sales number with the leads that we generated with the broker's list, we got 2 sales. When you look at the sales that we generated from the opt-in surveys, well, we doubled that at 4. When you look at your cost of appointment, You divide your appointments by the total cost, and you'll see it comes out to $65.31. Whereas where you opt-in leads, not only did you get twice as many sales, but your cost per appointment was less at $56.25. So marketing cost to sale comes in at $261.25 and $225 for the opt-in survey leads. Marketing cost to sale percentage is just a little over 5.25% for the brokers list leads, but just about 4.55% for the opt-in survey leads. Presentations per operator hour are based on an average talk time of about 5 minutes per presentation. Lead cost for the broker list is based on acquiring a telemarketing list from a broker for around $350 per thousand, or 35 cents a lead, and using 35 of these leads per operator hour. So that means you got 35 leads per operator hour at 35 cents. That brings that to $12.25 times 10 hours is $122.50. Now, in calculating the lead cost using opt-in survey leads, the cost of generating these leads in-house is $5 per lead, and using 10 of these leads per operator hour is 10 times 5 is equal $50, times 10 hours is $500. To determine the marketing cost of sale, one divides the total cost by the sales revenue. Certainly the gains in using opt-in survey leads in this example may leave some somewhat skeptical of the productivity increases until they consider the following. 1. When cold calling, most of an operator's time is spent separating the wheat from the chaff, just trying to find somebody to speak with who might be qualified and have the time to talk with them when they call. This means most of an operator's time is spent dialing rather than booking appointments, even when using a predictive dialer. Once your operator eventually finds the right prospect to speak with, and their presentation time is usually much longer because they have to provide cold prospects with product information, and then quite often call them back to give the prospect time to consider the benefits of an in-home demonstration or purchase with their partner. Operators usually need to go through the booking or sales process all over again a second or third time. And that's only if your operator remembers to call them back. Point 2. With an opt-in survey lead, your operators only speak with qualified prospects that have shown enough interest in your product or service to request information from you so they can consider your products or service benefits, and are willing to speak with your operator when they call to schedule a sales presentation. This reduces a tremendous amount of operator time, which allows for the increase of presentations per operator hour that saves you money. Booking percentage increases as well because your operators are only speaking with genuinely interested and qualified prospects that are aware of who you are and what you have to offer them. They also have an identified need and expressed an interest in hearing back from you and that they're expecting your call. Naturally, you decide who calls these prospects so you can ensure that your best operators are dealing with the best leads. With more aware and better targeted prospects attended by your better operators, you achieve better booking rates. With more bookings, even with the same show rate, you get more sales presentations, which reduces your cost per appointment. With more appointments, even with your usual sales conversion rate, you'll get more sales. And even though the cost of your overall spend is higher than it would have been with a cheaper lead, you actually make more sales and spend less per sale and make more money. Isn't that what it's all about? Any of the templates that I've displayed, budget templates and things like that, they're all available on my blog, so I invite you to go there and you can download them from my blog or find a link to them, and you can reach that at www.whatsaleadworth.com, or simply send me an email if you're on LinkedIn. You'll find me there, Marc Carriere, MarcCarriere. Good luck and have fun. Bye-bye.